All right, today we are at 1328 North Pinto Trail, and we're going to take a tour through the house so you can see all the details of this beautiful 2017 manufactured home that is over 2,000 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath, with a den / office space. As you walk up to the front door of this home, it has beautiful slate walkway, circular driveway, and this is artificial turf. I'm going to do a whole exterior tour, but it just has a very nice entry. This is your front door. It has a security door, which allows not only security but ventilation in the summertime and during the seasons. And we walk in to this home, and the first thing that you come across is this large entryway. It's a great space, and you can look, and in here we have the living room, the dining areas over there. There's the hallway, which again is another storage space. This house has an unbelievable amount of storage, which I will do my best to show you. And then here with French doors, see, French doors takes you into the den / office / multi-purpose room, which is off the master / primary bedroom. In the foyer here, we also have a large storage room. Now, this could have been another a half bath, but my client opted for storage instead, because who doesn't have enough storage? Who can have too much? I mean, seriously. Then we have the front hall closet, which is very good size. And as you see, if you go through here, my client has everything full. They have no garage to store things in or a big shed, so they have utilized all of their storage space inside this home. But then again, so can you. Continuing our tour, we are going to look at the primary areas, the living space of the house first, and then we'll take a look at the bedrooms. This living room is large, and you'll see in the pictures, and we'll have them added at the end, this room without all of this furniture in it. Again, my client didn't have space to pack it and any place to put it. But this is, as you can see, with all of this in here, there is still plenty of room to walk around and get in and around the furniture. You're not tripping over anything. It's one of the things I love about this house, which is over 2,000 square feet. I think it's 2,200 and something. There is such great living space. Again, they have a large dining area. She has it set up for 6 chairs right now, but this table could seat 8 easily. And as you can see, she has china hutches, all of that. So there's plenty of room in this dining area. And the kitchen is, I envy this kitchen. It's gorgeous. I love the center island. Now, the counters are quartz, which is lovely, but she wanted to add a countertop with a breakfast bar. So you could sit at this, which is where she sits most of the time, because it was her and her husband. He's passed, and so now it's just her, so she's downsizing. And she wanted a table where they could sit and have meals a little more cozy than the dining area. Again, all the appliances, everything in here, 2017, so almost new, very new. She has all the information. It's all very well maintained, very clean. This is a convection oven, and it is also a an air fryer, so that you can do massive amounts of air frying in your little convection oven. Microwave. Let me see where the dishwasher is. Very nice dishwasher. Again, I would show this. She got stuff in it, but it has been used. It works. It is Whirlpool, so everything in here matches. It's all Whirlpool, all stainless steel. Nice refrigerator. And I'll show you inside, because if you were here, you'd be looking. Very organized. It has all of the water features, ice, water, You can lock it, unlock it, has the night light as well. And there you go, lots of room. And not only that, but she has a phenomenal pantry. Plenty of room, and you could add another shelf for those things that, you know, maybe you're going to use a couple times a year. Okay? This door right here will lead us into the best utility room I've seen in a long time. This utility room is very large. Plenty of room for the washer and dryer, place to fold your laundry, storage cabinets, all of which will be remaining. But there's so much room in here. You could add a utility sink and an area to hang your clothes as well. And then right off of the kitchen area is the back patio and access to your carport. This glass has been sealed, so it has more protection. And I did ask my client about that because it's a glass door. I think about access to the home. This is tempered glass, as well as there's a coating or another surface on it that you can't see, but she has the information on that makes it even more difficult to break through and protects you from the sun. This is one thing I'm going to point about this room and this house is the windows. Skylight. Windows. So much natural light coming into this house. Vaulted ceilings. This is an absolutely stunning house. It does not feel like a manufactured home. It feels like a site-built home. Now we're going to continue on down to the guest bedrooms. We're going to save the primary bedrooms for last. This is guest bedroom number 1. Both bedrooms have really good sized walk-in closets. The square footage of this room I will get to you. I know it's on the listing. We have a floor plan of this. We'll add it into the video as well, so you have all the dimensions of the room. Good sized, very spacious room, plenty of room to put in a queen size bed and cabinets, seating, etc. And then the walk-in closet, which everything is full. I apologize, but she's packing. She has a lot of stuff. And this is the walk-in closet, very good sized. Now across the hall, we have the bathroom, the guest bathroom, which has been minimally used because it was my client and her husband, so they did not use this very much. And you can tell it's been very gently used. This is tile. No, this is laminate flooring, sorry. And again, it's a shower, nice little seats on both corners, which makes it very usable. But this is super clean. I mean, this has probably been used a handful of times since 2017. Then the last guest bedroom here. Again, very good size, plenty of room for a queen size bed, dressers, etc. Good lighting and vaulted ceiling. So it feels even bigger because you've got that vaulted ceiling going on. And as I said, another walk-in closet, not just a little tiny closet. And there's a lot of stuff in here, but that means you could put a lot of stuff in here too. All right. All right, so now we're going to head over to the primary suite, which is, it's a split floor plan. So we are here heading into the primary bedroom, which the front door is right here, giving you context. And the other bedrooms are across the way where the other hallway is. So there's lots of privacy, especially if you have guests or children. Again, this hallway has plenty of storage cabinets, things that, you know, again, the storage in this house is phenomenal. She has a dog, so she tries to keep the dog out of here. And I'm going to just point out, this is a king size bed. It's taking up quite a bit of room in this room, but they've got windows, lots of natural light. We've got vaulted ceilings again. We have plenty of space, even though there's a lot of furniture in here. There's plenty of walking space around the floor. And then again, back out the hallway. And this closet is even bigger. This is the primary suite walk-in closet, which is probably, I'm going to say, twice the size of the other walk-in closets. Very nice. Plenty of room for all your stuff. And then my favorite thing is this bathroom is gorgeous. They've got a separate tub, garden tub, again, barely used. My client wasn't a bath person, and so this is like brand new, and it's nicely tiled with a shower across the hallway. Again, there's so much room in here. You could have 3 people in here, one in the shower, one in the tub, somebody at the sink, and you would not bump into each other. It has the dual vanity, nice lighting. You've got your linen storage over here. Plenty of room for your linens. Again, the shower looks like it's been barely used. She consistently has cleaning people come at least once a week to clean. And then, of course, you have your separate toiletry area. Again, another window. Lots and lots of natural light. Now, I believe, so again, here's your bathroom. And this is Arizona, so there's no door between the bathroom and the primary bedroom. Again, many people come up with various ways to address that, curtains, doors, etc. But pretty standard here in Arizona. Moving into the den / office / multi-purpose room. My client uses it as an office, but again, this is a very good sized room. It could easily be another bedroom or a guest space. You just would put a doorway here. Obviously, you could put in double doors, just like you have the double doors over here going out to the hallway. There is a lot in here, I acknowledge that, but that also tells you there's a lot of room in here for your things. These are the French doors out to the patio, and I will do an exterior tour, but really nice. Here we go out. And here is your exterior patio. You could add an awning, and then this lovely backyard. Nice tree. This is a special tree. You can't take these down. They're protected. I'll find out what those are. Now, just an FYI, before I do the exterior tour, the septic system, the reason there is very little here as far as vegetation is because the septic leach line goes down that way. Here is the tank, and then the leach line, the second part of it, goes down this way. So the leach line is like two-sided of the house, which means you cannot plant trees and really invasive root type plants. One thing that people wonder about with this property when they're looking it up online is it looks like there was a different property here. Well, my client owned that. Her mother used to live in an old single wide on the same lot. When her mother passed away, she and her husband removed that single wide, had the whole property leveled out, cleaned up, put in a completely new septic system, and put in this beautiful 2,200 plus square foot 2017 home. So the current home is only I have to stop and think, do math in my head. Let's do a tour of the outside of the property. Now I'm going to just point out, this is a heat pump, and that is a massive heat pump for this property. It's, like I said, a little over 2,200 square feet. That keeps this house very cool and very warm very easily and very efficient. Now the house does have solar, so it is paid for. There is no lease, there's no loan. So you have the solar, and that means basically you're going to have electricity for free. So turn that air conditioning down and turn that heat up. All right, backyard. We have this space here. They have enclosed. Carport's over here. And it's enclosed so that all children or animals can be contained without running through the whole perimeter of the property. You have a storage shed on a concrete slab for security, for stability. Again, this is a very good sized space for just enjoying the yard. They've got the pergola stays. They've got this tiled, so it's secure, steady, flat. And as I pointed out earlier, over here, which again, you could add more, you could put a gate in here, you could use this space to be a great space for catch and for kids to kick around a ball. That would be awesome because it's nice and flat, nothing to get in their way, and you could actually have some good sports activities over here. I like that. A lot of places don't have that because the yards are just too small to have any length of throwing or kicking or playing. I like that. That's a good thing here. Very nice feature. Now, you do have mountains. If you look in the distance here, we have the mountains around us. And you're going to see those in different places. And not only does this property have a circular driveway, which those are very desirous and just makes pulling in and pulling out easier. It also makes parking for large gatherings easy. They don't have to park on the street and they don't have to park on your lawn. But this carport, depending on the sizes of your car, is potentially big enough to park 2 cars under it. But they've got all of this paved very nicely, very nicely. It's on a cul-de-sac, so you've got that privacy as well. There's nobody driving through your area. Nice cul-de-sac. And as I said, over here, we have more of the leach line situation and septic. So not really a lot of trees or invasive, like root invasive plants can be planted over here. But of course you can do some things. They just kept it very low key because they were at that stage of life where they did not want to do a lot of landscaping or dealing with plants. But there's plenty of room to add. There's a little patch here. I can't see it, but there's a patch here. I think it's right here that you pull up, and then the septic lid for the septic tank is under here. Okay. Quiet neighborhood, as you can hear. Very quiet. Anyway, it was built in 2017. It's not old. There's nothing funky going on. The septic system is all absolutely brand new, which that in itself is a big deal. All the landscaping is brand new. I mean, literally, they took an old house off this lot and put a brand new one on and redid the landscaping, the septic, everything, added solar. This is totally a move-in ready. Enjoy your home, enjoy the outside, work from home. And a lot of the homes that I list lately have been work from home. They have offices, they have dens, they have that multi-purpose room, which makes this really a great home for people that want to do that. It also is a home that works well for if you have guests, if you have multiple children and you want each one to have their own space, you could have 4 bedrooms in this home. So there's a lot of versatility to this home. Plus you're in the Prescott Country Club where you have access to a pool, fitness equipment, the golf course. They have a beautiful restaurant. All of those things are right here in this community. And it is a mature community, so they have probably more trees than most communities do here in Prescott Valley and generally Arizona. The older communities have more trees. They are more stable. They are more quiet. So those are some thoughts to add to and challenge you to think about. Maybe this is the house for you. DM me, subscribe, and also check out my other videos and see what else is going on over here on my YouTube channel. Okay, thank you. And again, comment, DM me, subscribe, and I look forward to hearing what you think of this beautiful home.